maybe next time, don't go to the marketplace and just buy your way into gear. Because that's why I have like so many 133, 136 type gear. And it's made me feel like I'm a little overpowered with like non-instant stuff. Obviously you're gonna get synced, but I wouldn't mind being a little bit weaker. But I was like, oh well, this looks cool, it's an upgrade, so why not? But or relics used to be the best weapons, I think, but I'm pretty confident that Ironworks is superior. Huh. I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, let's focus. Cause the first boss I already know. Depending on what kind of a role I have, tank or off tank, we'll see. Oh, okay, so every group, it seems, is gonna have their own tank, I'm assuming? I seem to be like the only tank here. Oh no. Oh yeah, no, that's me. Alright. Yeah, I only did this once. Oh no. Well, looks like people are already getting into it, so. Yeah, I almost forgot. Don't get in the middle of things. Stand on the platforms. Almost forgot that. To be honest, I'm much further than you. Took a break for a few months, but I'm getting back into it. That's good. It's always nice to take a break, especially from an MMO. I don't know what that teleporter is for, so I'm just gonna pretend it doesn't matter. Okay. We're still alive. I was like, wait, why is everyone gone? Because they teleported. Duh. It's funny because I'm like, I legit have looked into this fight in advance, and yet I forget that I teleport. What am I? I am Alliance B, so we're going this way. Shadow Ninja 88, thank you for the follow, dude. Appreciate it. Sweet. Got that done. When I did Praetorium, I didn't know how to get in the mech. Oh, yeah, I remember that. And I spent like 15 minutes running in circles looking for the rest of the party. Oh, no. This fight is not to focus on. If I'm not tethered, focus on ads. If I'm tethered, focus on boss. I am not tethered, so I am focusing on ads. All right. Oh. I thought that said Leonardo DiCaprio. Clear the walk of fire. Apparently we're doing a mini boss now. Coming up. We all have to choose. Okay. I guess this is mine. Cool. Time for me to go to sleep. Have fun with the raid. Have a good night. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Have a good night. Okay. Well. Oh, there's a cutscene. Oh there, Teha. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned in this historic expedition. Scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldessian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun. A characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. I mean, it was easy. I think ultimately it was that one part in the beginning of the bomb mini boss that I was like, it was mentioned in chat. It's like you have to keep them the three guys separated while you try to take them down. So that was my mistake, but also funny that I got locked out during the final fight, but I was able to teleport in anyways. So now what feet? A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Phlegethon, not Archaon. Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Alagan Revolution. And you glean that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian. I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Alagan Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Alagans' extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. That's the tower, right? Well, well, there it is, the foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten the path through the maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to Saint's Coinarch's find for the present, and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. That looks really cool, though. So yeah, overall it went fairly smoothly. I think that because I didn't have it in my notes that I was meant to be keeping them separated, I was just thought, oh, just pick one in the mini bomb fight, and there you go. But yeah, otherwise, and that of course being the fact that I was in a group that was clearly speed farming for something. Other than that, it was pretty good run. Now, yeah, I have that. I have that. That's all good. So no real loot from any of that. Oh yeah. So not because of this. There was a long time ago. I bought my first Elite A well, what is it called, a mark, right? Yeah. Basically an enemy that's an elite of a certain difficulty. And I defeated my first one months ago without even realizing it. And then I looked back at my achievements. It said like 1 out of 5 for some achievement. And I was like, okay. And it really only counts when you do the hunts. Not that it only counts, but it's like if you're paying attention to it and you want to complete those achievements, do some hunts, you'll get your rank B elites. But there was one that I didn't even need to fight, and it was an elite. It appeared. It was in some cave in somewhere in Shroud, and it was like a slant down into a cave, and was holding, I think, 2 scimitars, and it took forever to kill. Not that it was difficult, but it was a matter of attrition there, because and clearly that particular elite only had 2 attacks, which were fairly easy to dodge. But if you got hit by one of them, an immense amount of poison damage would be put on you. It's like a third of your health would be gone. So you had to stay awake and keep on your toes for that one. And for me in particular, it was just funny how long that fight took, given it was only a grade A one. What the hell is the grade S one gonna be? So good of you to join us, Teha. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the Labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you're ready, we shall debate how to best proceed. Neat. Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambros will be presiding over the meeting, if you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Okay. Welcome back, Teha. I've just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report, and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. Okay. What a quest. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses, before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Teha's account, the Labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, his report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Alogan technology. In short, our misgivings were well-founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above the ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth. It has somehow been rewoken. If, as it seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the Labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Iron Works to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons. And that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I'm to witness this valiant tale unfold within my own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Gra. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Teha. I'm well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit if your subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Alogan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. I don't remember this man. Outlandish man. Such a terrible mess, yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. So, this is the legacy the Alogan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting on top the tower is a match for even the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. Hehehe, our new toy for me to play with. Ah, Nero, I remember this dude. I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Cid. Do not disappoint me. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say that there's nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway to the principal spire, Syracuse Tower, the Alagans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we're at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry to the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I'm loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we could be of assistance. And you are? Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. I am Une, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the Alagan civilization, sent by the students of Baldessian to assist in your endeavor. Une and Doga, rather unusual names for this day and age, if I may be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. I'm sure you'll not take it amiss if we seem somewhat doubtful. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you we're here to help. I doubt that. What is it, Graha? It's nothing. There was a pain, but it subsided. Well, well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Alagan eye as well. This sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Alagans, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life, I sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there's aught you know, I will implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain, those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Alag. As your eyes placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though as it may sound, it is the truth. Seems to me we have not to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldessian when I'm able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Une and Doga advisory members of Noah. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Syracuse Tower entrance. I promise you will not have cause to regret your decision. Teha, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Teha. With Une and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. We're examining the rubble in the hopes Sorry, something just popped up in chat that was really weird. We're examining the rubble in the hopes that it'll yield a clue to entering Syracuse Tower. Can you tell we're getting desperate? What if isn't Teja? Eager to enter Syracuse Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather, no going for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you just follow me, I'll take you to him. Ah, some old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Une and Doga. They're scholars of ancient Alag, sent here by our friends of Baldesion to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. It is our hope that we can be of some small assistance. Your attires ought to go by. Your assistance would prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Syracuse Tower, principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. Problem is, we can't get it to open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a Magitech cannon, nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective as a security measure. It fiendishly is frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman, respectant. Alagan royalty by my judgment. Oh, what a coincidence. Precisely. Who these individuals were we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. Nodders. If you're thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hands. Rest assured we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed. Why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? I don't think any of us expected that to happen. 7 hells, what is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I am delighted to see. This dude. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero, you're still alive. Garland, Garland. If I didn't know better, I'd say you weren't happy to see me. Ah, but I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But I rest assured I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is for all intents and purposes, defunct. My association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald. And so I've been roaming this land of Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? If you are suspicious of my intent, 'tis only just deserts, but I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Alag's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say that these two are destined to from Alagan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of Alagan ingenuity. That's why they show no emotion then. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? It would seem that the time for concealment is past. He's got my face. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wished to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. Very well. Seven hells, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland, you know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An Alagan tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. I don't trust him. If you're ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to your investigation, your leader, Rambros, may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you have already gathered, we're not scholars sent by the students of Baldessian. Nay, we are clones. Copies of people who once existed, given life through a login technology. It's rather a lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, may I ask why you and yours were created? And more specifically, what is it that you now seek to do? Answering your questions requires that we revisit a login history. Pray bear with us. The Login Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of Login pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Alagan civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Alag to greatness. Ammon was his name, and he believed that this alien empire wanted for but a potent ruler. And none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Zand. None other. As part of his experiments, Ammon creates clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment, copies of Une and Doga. Historical texts mention the reigns of two Alagan emperors named Zand. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike, to think that the two were in fact one and the same. Aye, Zand returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Ammon's prediction, the emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Alagan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted the second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Zand turned his sights toward the forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness again? Seven hells, what is it with maniacal rulers turning into darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. With that, you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Zand is very much alive. Within Syracuse Tower he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered in the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Alagan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Zanda's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went, after millennia lying dormant. Dalamud was summoned back to the earth, Its descent triggered the seventh umbral calamity. In the wake of such the crystal tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Zand awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. I'm gonna have to kill him, aren't I? Tis for no other purpose but to put an end to Zan's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Une and Doga. Fearing that what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fail. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action. Concluding that we alone could not overcome Zand, we struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. 'Tis no ordinary man who can cut a path through the Labyrinth of the Ancients. With you as our champion, Teha Strife, we are confident that we can end Zand's... Is it Zand or Zande's? Zand's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldessian among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So what will we do, Teha? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens you're an expert at saving it. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Lagan's Empire's dark past laid to rest. It has been our mission to recover our long-lost knowledge of the Lagan civilization. But what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Une and Doga, living, breathing Alagans. So I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Syracuse Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Teha, as you did for us within Labyrinth of the Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Zand himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Syracuse Tower from the outside world. To work then. Having a conversation in the background then. He's not happy about it. Wait, there's something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherited the trait from your father, as you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The Alagan Eye, you called it. But to us, it is the royal eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I'm disinclined to think it's a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. Apologies if I've given you cause to worry. I'm quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there's been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Syracuse Tower awaits us. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Zandes himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Quickly do Syracuse Tower. Told you I was gonna start off very quickly on this, so. Collection. Fuck it. Well, we're in it, so here we go. Basically, the party finder thing for Asmongold goes by a lot faster, and it's queuing up random people just like this. So I wonder if I were to lead a group or recruit, would that go faster? But this only took like, what, 6-7 minutes? As always, I'm just gonna defer to whoever decides to have... Oh, I can't make that distinction, right? Because every group has their own tank. So, never mind. Just gonna follow them. Wait. Wait, was that... I didn't even look at it. Was that, Oh god, where do I go? Does it matter? I'm actually a little lost because I forgot to target... I guess I can look at battle logs, right? Oh, that's gonna be too confusing. Someone keeps... I think they're accidentally hitting their keyboard in chat. So all you see is like Asda. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I thought that... I was like, did we just kill one of the bosses already? Alright, I did my thing. I did what I had to do. I was like, oh wait, I remember what I have to do here. Okay. I don't remember ever seeing that in the guide that I looked at, so I just assume I have to kill it. So there you go. It's been a hot minute since I've gotten any gear drops in any instance that's been worth it to me. But that's my own damn fault for buying gear that's way over my my current level. Or at item level, I guess I should say. It's technically proper for my level. It jaggled. I didn't want to hit those tethered things on the last boss before, because I was like, no one's touching them, no one seems to care, and I don't want to be that one person that's like using up my attacks on those. I mean, so far, at least with my group, everyone seems alright. So who was that? That was Glacia. So we're doing apparently 2 more bosses to go, and I'm assuming that teleporter just transports you back and forth if you wipe. Alright, Amon. Do your business. Alright, I need to pay attention to slimes, apparently. I gotta pay attention to my... There it is. There it is. We good? We good. Okay. This was hilarious when I found this out. Oh shit. Oh, I got I got minied. That's cute. It's like a stage show. Alright, let me clear... Wait. I have to hide behind this, right? Okay, here we go. Y'all better get behind this. I'm assuming these winded circles here are actually for us. Because I was like, I should be dodging those. Those look like AoEs, but I think that's our group doing that. Okay. Oh. Fight valiantly mortals, but to no avail. Uh-oh. So this is Zand, I'm assuming, right? I need to stand on my own circle, kill meteor circles. Oh god. Almost got locked out. Okay, I got my own circle. Don't worry about it. And he's gone. almost forgot to stand in that. Oh god. Nope. God damn, the sound effects, dude. I love it. It's like you're destroying an entire star doing that. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. Nope. Damn. Easy. That was fun. There's a lot. It was quite a bit to pay attention to, but also the fights were really quick. Now I know the truth. Syracuse Tower complete. I'll pass on that. I'll need that. I'll need that. I'm just gonna assume things that look like minions, mounts, orchestration rolls. I'll just need those. And I instantly got it too, so apparently no one else was rolling for it. Teha. You did it. You defeated Emperor Zand. Empires may rise and fall, but man's indefatigable... Someone could easily make a mistake there. Spirit ever lives on. Truly you are the champion we had hoped for, Teha Strife. With Emperor Zan now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. And this guy. What are you playing at now, Nero? In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surrounds. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you really needn't mind me. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do. There are two ways that we may seal off Syracuse Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs attend to a task. Nodders, nodders. The distortion, what is it? The power that Zan sought to obtain comes from the void. The world of darkness, our people called it. and the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of Voidsent. Voidsent feed on Aether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Zond entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Voidsent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Une and I believe we can annul it. By his blood, Zond sealed his dark pact. By our blood it shall be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga, finally we may fulfill our purpose. Nero in the background. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, of course, he'd lose his shit now. Oh, be still my beating heart. For a moment I feared that this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the ultimate weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? The covenant is everlasting. And so Mericidia is brought into the fold. Soon all the world shall be united under Alagan rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid, an endless void bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the cloud of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring out all life, hopes, and dreams. Let it all be returned to nothingness. Teha, pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? What in the seven hells is happening? Ah, not now, damn it. Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Save your japes, Garland. I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. Something controls them, avoids sin, and no ordinary one at that. Doga, Confound it. Without them, there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine. Well, it's yours, I guess. Wish granted. The covenant shall be honored. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. Damn it, the rift's gone. What are we supposed to do now? As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to the Fine and consult Rambros. Well... Damn, that was such a fun... Like, that was actually a lot of fun doing that raid. I wonder if raids... Because I've only seen these in trials so far. So, I mean, obviously I have no clue. But I wonder if raids have extremes and ultimates. Or is it just trials? Like, I don't think dungeons are like... I don't think there's extreme dungeons or ultimate dungeons as far as I'm aware. Like, so far the pattern's been hard mode for dungeons trials. Raids are a mystery so far. And obviously there's extreme trials, but I don't know. It would be interesting to see a harder version of that. See what, like, me and players try to survive against. That said, that was, what achievements did I even get off that? I feel as though I'm forgetting something important. But for the life of me, I cannot remember what that something is. All this happened within the tower? Gods preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate, of this I'm certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. It would seem that Zan sought to open the gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shuddered to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we can't abandon our friends. There's no way to save them. I will not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. Though void scent can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it. I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Nune. We share the same eye, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them fulfill their mission. a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years. And besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Zan's Dark Covenant is binding, our world is in danger. 'Tis our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Graha, ever since meeting Une and Doga, you have not quite been yourself. Tell me true, is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I only know that there's a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eye rests with the log. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I am with Graha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Une and Doga. I and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it, though we have known them but briefly. Doga and Une are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts and literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it may be a while before we're ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. When dealing with the void, one cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest well now while you can. For when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. Dude, I'm OP right now, apparently, so we'll save them yet, Teha. Mark my words. And yet, here we are, ready to go at it again. Rambros has a furrowed brow and the look of one with ill tidings. May as well start this. Teha, it is good you are come. I wonder, like, if these different tiers of the Crystal Tower were released in, like, later expansions, or is this still in line with Realm Reborn type stuff? I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Une and Doga. Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back upon our last foray into the Syracuse Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zand. But you, Teha, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible void scent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Une labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them, and Nero out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Une, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zan's orders, and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Une and Doga, so too will the tower heed only those with royal blood of Alag. 'Tis a most galling design. Granted, this was not always so vexatious, according to the Alagan tombstone Nero presented us. Upon the golden age of Alag, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Amon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either this art or any with royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the Cloud of Darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zandi's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the latter would suffice. But then what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like to the one that destroyed Alag. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm, and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. 'Tis true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Syracuse's power for our own purposes, and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. Eden fist bump. We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturge's guild well versed in otherworldly matters. With Bastard Garlon working to create a said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, and here comes the man himself. Teha, just the man we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland, how fare your endeavors? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Syracuse Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks we has got. But it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open the rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides, and do hurry, Teha. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Nodders. Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? I want to see where this takes us. At least up to the point where we unlock the final tier. Some of that, some of this, some of this. Oh wow, that person got a bad roll for that. $98. Jesus. Completely wrecked him? Alright. I have no idea if I got any commendations off that, but it doesn't matter. What is this? Oh. That must have been earlier. Onion Knight. Wait a minute. An accurate representation of the soldiers who once made up the greater portion of the Alagan Imperial Army. He even moves like a toy. That's cool. Let me read this. The sons of Saint Coinarch anthropogeographer Rambros is to be believed. Towards the end of their civilization, the Alagans began using automata such as this to fight their wars, which had been deemed inhumane, yet ultimately necessary to spread imperial peace. I like the little 8-bit. It's not even a footprint, it's just him. By the onion, Blowzone. Okay. Music roll for Shattered, used to add to your orchestrion list. I think that's my first song I've unlocked for that thing. Well, I'm really happy I did that. I kind of have right now the hyped frame of mind to do the last tier completely blind, but we'll see. Teja, I bet you're here to watch us pry open a rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Syracuse Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and a single coupling's off, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you best wait at the top. The chief's there overseeing the whole operation. My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can't open the gateway to another world. Is there something amiss, Graha? Ah, Emperor Zan's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Alag's art and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Alagan civilization had lived on, and a just emperor just still sat on that throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there's no stopping Zan in his ambition. There were those who tried. Zan's war of dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took up the sword against Alag. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction, just as they moved towards Alag's heart for the kill. Zan lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Zan desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness's coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power held within Dalamud and emptied into Syracuse Tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Syracuse was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth umbral calamity. I'd learned of its cause from Une and Doga. I had no idea that a rebellion incited Zan to rashness, though. Your knowledge of Alagan history is astounding, Graha. Why a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap 'tis strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Yes? Ah, Biggs, are you ready? Ready and raring to open up that void gate, Chief. We reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of the Agrius. So just give us the word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good, then let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone, step away from the throne. Alright, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs. Ah, a rift to the world of darkness, as Une called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. We can't break out of the mead just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the Void Gate stays open. As will the sons of Saint Coinarch. This rift is our soul's path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Teha, my friend. 'Tis a heavy burden I must ask you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades. But you must go, for the fate of our world now rests upon your shoulders. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you've passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. See ya. Might I have a moment of your time, Teha? There's a matter of import we must needs discuss ere we leave. I'm like, I'll see you later. Teha, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you're no doubt aware, 'tis a trait seen only amongst Alagan royalty. Long have I pondered why such is my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have some bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted, but what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those 2 clones has wrought great change in me. I am consumed with remembering something ancient but ever so important. And my father's words echo in my mind, the self-same ones as his father told him. The truth of our eye rests with the log. Mayhap what I wish to remember and these words are related, mayhap not. But I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with mine own 2 eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. You have my thanks, my friend. Now, let us venture into the world of darkness, to save our comrades and our realm. Alright. I'm gonna be real with you. I think we're gonna do this now. Just read this. Okay. This is gonna be scary as hell, but I have no notes on this. So I'm just gonna hope that I'm in a group that is forgiving. Hi, dancing folk. This man is Narutoing all over the place. He literally was like, I don't even watch Naruto, but it was like making hand signs with his knives or something. Man, that's funny. Oh my god, it's actually happening. God help me. I don't know what it... that was so calming and chill, and that was all fun, and now I've got to deal with a blind raid. World of Darkness. God, I hope later on, today or tomorrow, I hope I can remember to write notes for this after the fact, so I don't forget. Oh damn, the music. Someone died? Since when? Or did someone leave? Someone's missing in group A. Irritable gaze? Really? Okay. Clearly I was not supposed to be doing something. Apparently we got the weird debuff. So fuck. That wiped all of us. Almost all of us wiped. Jesus Christ. Oh, it was a DPS check. We didn't kill the hourglasses fast enough. Okay, so that's easy. If I get tethered, just run away from tether. Okay. Well, we're going. It's happening. If I get Doom, stand on one of the 4 circles. Okay. Alright. I think we did that. We did good. How did I die there? Wait, what? Ah. I was about to get rid of Doom too. I understand it now. It's just I wasn't fast enough. Where am I? What's happening? Okay. What happened? Oh, I'm still. I can't move. Oh shit, I'm the main. Alright. Alright. That was barely a thing. Oh my god. The amount of times I've died, that's the lowest my durability's ever been. Kill the void gates when they spawn in this one. And don't die. The hell? That was Zand? I had no idea. All right, that was actually an exhilarating fight before, because that was me tanking for a little bit. How do you get on this thing? Show the heads when they're targetable. Watch the back side of him. I don't know if someone gave it to me. Whoa. Reminds me a little bit of Rainbow Road, a little bit. Like, I don't know what I was supposed to do with the mosquitoes being tethered to me, but... Okay. I'm C, so we are C. Oh, this is fun. I like this. God, there was like a whole bunch that was just posted there. Hold on. Alright. to north. I have to take I have to remember to breathe during all this. Christ. Use mother. Think lifeless into the void. Okay. Family. Everyone, the family meme has transcended to other parts of the game. Oh my god. Freaking Fast and the Furious. Kill her. Me. I think someone just realized they were tanking. Jesus. Oh boy. I don't know what that did, but we're still alive. Ooh. We done did it. God damn. Fucking A. That was fun. The World of Darkness complete. Pretty happy about that. Considering how bad it went initially. No, I got one commendation off that, so that's cool. Where in the Seven Hills are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, defeat of the cloud aids our cause little. Yeah, like we were supposed to rescue people, right? I'd love to know like the story of all the bosses we killed, like why they even exist. Doga, Une, can you hear me? Nero. Must you be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void scent? Though I don't blame you for missing my company. Man is all crystal from the looks of it. Thank the 12, are you alright? As alright as can be expected, Une has simply passed out. Nero, by the gods, what's happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep, and allowed his foul place entry to his body. Now the darkness claws at the aether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. The cloud of darkness was bound by Zan's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Alagan royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other void scent. The cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use for you yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Where? Une, you're safe. Our friends have come for us. Have they? Then perhaps, Doga, there is yet hope we may fulfill our purpose. Mortals, you have dared to challenge me, and now must feel my wrath. Did you think to destroy me in my realm? Here, I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. Are we truly so powerless here? I mean, clearly not. As long as we fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now whilst the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Zan's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between Crystal Tower and this foul place once and for all. Teha, Graha, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here? 'Tis madness. You must return with us. No one but you can save the world from the threat of the Crystal Tower. What is this trickery? Your blood. You too gain protection from Zan's blood. Rahatia, you are possessed of royal blood. This is why the royal eye runs in your line. 'Tis a gift you have inherited, Graha. You have been granted authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought time would consume all of Alag that was. That a man should still live with his forebearers' blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line, and used the highest of Alagan technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as Alagan, not as you are now. But your royal eye bespeaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. But how should I use this light? Pray tell me. You must gain control of the Crystal Tower. We will share our blood with you, Graha. Though its effects will be but ephemeral, it will bolster the Alagan presence within you. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny. All with it royal eye are bound by fate to Alag. Our part in this journey is to bury Zan's dark ambitions in the past. This was the true Une and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. Know that as long as this light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. You must leave us as well, Nero. I am sorry we could not live up to your expectations. You must return to what is yours, though. You dropped it whilst defending us. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero, but do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Doga, Une, I thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Teha, Nero, let us quit this place. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light. No, you shall not escape us. Here, Zan's blood-stained dreams of glory end. There, the glint of light. It grows faint. Then the bridge between realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. If that light dies, we are stranded here. Hurry! Nero, no, you must move. Leave me. I don't need you. If I die here, it'll be because I bloody well decide to. Bullshit. I failed to master darkness. I'll not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of a log. I am Nero Tol Scavia, the man who will yet outdo Alag and Garland. That was what you hoped to. May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you. Must move onwards. This is not where I come to rest. But how did... So those damn clones did it after all. Now, onwards. You owe me, Nero. Damn right you do. The hells I do. Yeah, he owes him one. He does. You are returned unharmed, thank the gods. When that void gate started to close, I had never felt so powerless in my life. We were running about like madmen, trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you're all say, Where are Une and Doga? They're not. I see. I will miss the two of them dearly, but I'm happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one able to seal it. That's not true, my friend. Une and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Graha, yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good. Then let us put an end to this and seal away the tower. I understand your instinct, Rambros, but please, give us a moment to rest. I'm weary to the bone, and Nero and Teha both emerged from a long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell and repair to St. Coinarch's find. No one but you could have succeeded in the world of darkness, Teha. With that, I could have been of more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Doga and Une's blood. Have I remembered what I wished to? Yes, something has come back to me. Getting royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebear's dearest wish. But we need not speak of these things now. It was not my place to keep you. Pray go on ahead of me. There's something small I would do before I return. I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer, Teha. Alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. A wish hidden for millennia. and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Now finally, 'tis my time to see it realized. Well, that was definitely something. Hey, these guys have one of the shield glamours I got recently. In fact, that's the Geiger's shield you get at the Gold Saucer. Cannot express how glad you returned safely, Teha, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest if you will, and then let us free ourselves from the specter of Alagans. Our Une and Doga were special. I trust you have rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there's something we must do first. Let me summon the others, and hear in full what happened beyond the rift. So the Alagan eye that runs in Graha's line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins. I suppose it's not so odd to think his forebears gained it via ancient technology, but who imbued his family with the blood and for what purpose? Mayhap all this was fate, from discovering the tower to Graha gaining Une and Doga's blood. Has Graha said anything? For that matter, where is Graha? And what of Nero? Not sure about our resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he has vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is still Nero. Teha, you say Graha stayed behind at the Crystal Tower. I wonder if he even now prepares to seal the place off. Master Rambros! Master Rambros! 'Tis Graha Tia, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would he do such a thing? I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it's possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask your guidance. Very well, let us go speak with these researchers and get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garlon, Teha, please come with me. No doubt Graha means to seal off the Crystal Tower, but it worries me he did not breathe a word of his plan to us. What in the world was Graha Tia thinking, demanding we leave the tower? No doubt you'll want to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course, he would tell me nothing, but he would be honest with you, sir. I'm certain of it. Go no further, my friends. The doors will close here long. So you are of a mind to seal the tower, Graha. I know time is of the essence, but all I ask is a hint of your plan. Please, come here so we can discuss this. No, my apologies, but I cannot. Come on, man, what is this nonsense? If aught is amiss, surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Une and Doga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Alag, or rather, 'twas there the wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Zan's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Alag, looking to the crystal tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its fires would again dominate the land, and prayed that the crystal tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the only member of Alag's royalty to outlive the empire, the Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Alag's technology to give her blood and memories to he whom she trusted most. That man was my forebearer. For millennia we waited. Alag's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew thin. But before the last drop would vanish from the realm, the memory of all this returned to me. And now I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. The tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Graha, the crystal tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology as advanced as Alag's to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's workings. Hells, we may never fully comprehend them. 'Tis as you say, Sid. We could wait for someone someday to reach the same heights as Alag, but by then we will have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Amon did, and put the tower into a deep sleep? What? You cannot mean that. I'm deadly serious, Sid. The tower may only be used once men rival the Alagans in knowledge. I will slumber within Syracuse Tower until then, to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus the tower shine forth as the beacon of hope it was meant to be. 'Tis the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. The future is where my destiny waits. But yours lies outside of these doors. Go, create the future where hope reigns, and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will make you change your mind, will it? Onwards to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with the log. Just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before we even know it. Well said, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking, Graha. Then you're in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray keep alive your successes and forgive us our failures. We may meet again, my friend. The 12 keep you till then, Rambros. I look forward to learning of your exploits. And you, Teha. I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. Well, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancient's wish. He said some words then, or was that just to close the door? Crystal Tower slumbers again then. 'Tis too quiet for my taste. Goodbye, Sid. I must put all this at my back. Possibility beckons, and I am bound to follow. A new dawn has come for me. Well, that's that for him, I guess. You have just missed Sid, Teha. There's much that needs his attention if he is to fulfill Graha's wishes, it seems. This is not the end of Noah. No matter how lonely St. Coinarch's find has become for our friend's departure, we must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labor for a brighter future, lit by Graha's beacon. Sealing the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. Yeah, that's that. You have completed the Crystal Tower quest series. By speaking with Ciel at St. Coinarch's Find, you can accept a quest. Must be an NPC, I don't remember. You can accept a quest that allows you to trade items obtained by repeating Crystal Tower Alliance raids. Out of the dock. Cool. Now, dubbed the god of the machina by those who first discovered it, modern scholars have yet to discover not only what the catalytic agent contains, but exactly how it functions, understanding only that the substance is required to strengthen the properties of certain materials. Sahel looks as though he has lost someone. Adventurer, may I ask a favor of you? I'm sorry to trouble you so soon after your trials in the Crystal Tower, but my colleague Korabta has gone missing. She discovered the oddest orb deep within the tower, and said she was returning here to analyze it. No one has seen her since, though she is too timid a girl to have run off with her find. She probably just left to gather artifacts of materials and evidence told for her studies. But all the same, could you go and look for her there? I cannot shake a feeling something has befallen her. What a turn of events today's been. Are you good? She's just standing there like, I need to smoke. Something I can help you with. You see Koramta? Well, you've found the right body, but she's not at home, so to speak. This lovely girl you see before you is known as Ko, but another soul dwells within her at present. Mine, to be precise. You are speaking with none other than Noah, Archmagus of Alag. My scholarly works are legend, my treatises of the cosmos priceless, and my very name known throughout the world. Or 'twas so once. My soul was wiled away the millennia within the orb. Ko woke me from my slumber and, well, how could I pass up a chance to walk the world again? So I allowed my spirit to flow into her body, and here we are. Forgive me, but you do not seem overly bewildered by this. Would I be wrong to assume you belong to the scholarly fellowship that carries my name? As I thought, Ko revealed this no when I entered her mind. Oh, but do be at ease. I bear you no ill will for using my name. I am, however, intrigued. What discoveries has this organization made? Has it made any findings of note to begin with? You act in my name, and so are as disciples to me. I will give you my blessing after you have proven your intellectual worth. Such is my want. So are you deserving? You have dedicated yourself to creating a brighter future, eh? Then we may be alike in spirit. When I lived, I had a thirst for knowledge, and dedicated myself to understanding the world. 'Twas how I became an Archmagus. You may yet become a disciple of mine. I would learn more of your journey to the Crystal Tower. If I can see your dedication amongst your exploits, I will be happy to give you a token of my immense wisdom. Pray do not expect too much, though. There are limits to what I can do in this body. Whose owner you are seeking, of course. Well, I I will make sure that Ko's friend learns of what has happened. Some version at least. And worry not, this body is in safe hands. And I believe that that is the shape of it. If my offer has tantalized you and you wish to prove yourself in my eyes, you certainly know where to find me. Ma'am, what you on about? Aha! I thought an inquiring mind like yours could not resist my offer. Well, come then, produce the records of Noah's expeditions to the Crystal Tower. I seek nothing so crude as a tome, though. No, memories speak far truer than written words, my boy. Kindly conjure all you have seen in the Crystal Tower within your own mind. No, do not tell me either. Ah, you are clearly unfamiliar with oniromantic pearls. These are devices capable of holding memories, an invention born of my beloved oniromancy, and some technological manipulation of the mind. Now, allow your mind to drift back to all you have done with Noah. Every battle fought and comrade lost. You talking about New Game Plus? Think hard, that I might transfer your experiences to oniromantic pearls. I shall peruse these memories when you are done, and judge your worthiness by them. Oh my god. You telling me I have... So, alright. True to what it mentioned. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put that on the back burner. How about? I'm gonna put you... Where the hell can I put you? I'll put you here. I don't even know if I'm gonna want to stream that. I might just do that off stream. Wow. That was an interesting, foreboding questline. Like, that was, I mean, as far as the environment, it was beautiful, right? But there's a lot of intrigue there, because at some point in the future, humanity, whatever you call it, Eorzea, is meant to progress to the point where you can access the Crystal Tower again. That's fascinating. I like that. What are these? Blood for stone. The ultimate ballad. There's so many. What in the? Outside out of mind. I just want to look at like what. This time's for fun. Why do I get the feeling all of this? Yeah, these are hard. This is how you unlock hard modes for all the other dungeons, isn't it? All in like one room. Jesus. Yeah, you know what? That was an awesome time. That was probably one of the highlights of my entire time playing this game. Was doing that entire quest line. The raids were a lot of fun. You know, the failures didn't really feel like failures. It was just, you know, whatever. Yeah, I have to I kind of have to sleep on it to just calm down a little bit, because that was such an adrenaline rush, especially going in blind for a raid. I gotta remember to make notes for that later. But damn, I'm going to... I'll tell you this. I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow or Sunday. Let's say that. Sunday evening I won't stream. And we'll be back sometime this coming week and get back into it. Because now it's not even about this anymore. That I can do whenever. Now it's about getting as far ahead in the MSQ as we can, because what that has done, even though it didn't say it at the end there, was unlock a requirement, an eventual requirement for something in the future. So that's done. We've gotten that out of the way. I still have to I don't know if I want to look it up or just look around, but I will eventually want to figure out how to do hard mode Titan and Garuda, and whatever else. Maybe I'll look up like what the requirements are, or why you would want to do the hard mode trials. At least a few of them. He's got a blue butt. Yeah. That freaking mount. What does she say when you talk to her again? Yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys when I see you. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. Stay safe, and I will catch you next time, dudes. Peace.